I thought today I should begin with the last video and the last part, because when the bike battery got to 1% is when the new sensor threw up an alarm telling me I'd been forced to eco level only, whereas in reality I'd actually been shut out of all motor assist. So that does beg the question, is the new sensor reading the total battery and it automatically gives you eco when you get down to 7 or 8% of the battery left? Remembering that the eco was forced onto me around 2, maybe 3% of the battery left. So that had already come and gone before this alarm went off. Anyway, as unglamorous as this location is, this is where I will be doing some riding today. My plan is to go into the eTube app and tinker with the motor settings for eco. I'm going to do massive changes to the setup in there to see if I notice anything on the bike. I doubt I will. I just have this feeling that the 3 setups or the 3 power levels for the mountain bikes will not relate to this bike at all. But I will do the changes and I'll make them dramatic, because I have no instruments to give me any readings on anything. This all has to be what I experience. So it's a little bit of Dodgy Brothers scientific research if you want. And the camera work, I should add, might be a bit dodgy because I'll be shooting from the chest with the GoPro, and I'll be doing the stuff on the phone. I know the GoPro will zoom in quite nicely on some of the spiders we found in the bush, so here's hoping it works. I shall get back to you in a moment. So, quick catch up. I'm riding in no assist, just to get a pedal feel. I'm going up to level 1, eco. Still sludgy. I've got that set at mild. Rightio. We'll go up to tour. I've also set that at mild. Well, that, see, that's jumping. That wasn't mild at all. Rightio. I also did the boost to mild. Let's see how that goes. That's not mild. Okay. So we'll go back in and make some more changes. I'll get back to you. So I have the GPS turned off. I have the power assist turned off. This is the app searching for the bike. I have the bike turned on. I will now turn the bike off. It's off. I'm now turning it on. Let's see how this reacts. Turning it on, bang. So as soon as I turn the bike on, it does. Oh, this is the change or later. Apparently if you do change it, that creates an absolute nightmare for you. So you always hit later. And I don't think you can actually see what I'm doing. Oh crap, camera work as usual. Now the last time I came back in here, the previous changes I'd put in were no longer there. So let's see if this now remembers. Okay, so we go into assist, and there we go. We're back at the standard settings. So all of the changes I made for the last one that I applied do not exist in this at all, and that's for profile 1. I've had a look at profile 2, but well, there's profile 2. Profile 2 boost, if it's going to be anything, it will be the power. So let's tell that to apply. So it tells me it's applied it. Let's disconnect the app. You have to turn the bike off and on again. Meanwhile, we can turn that on. Bike going back on now. Well, that was interesting. It's just telling me that the new sensor has been found. I've already hit the button for the new sensor and it's already brought the screen up and started the new ride. Okay. So we're now on power. This is the one where I've shut the power of start to mild. And that's not mild. So I've got a feeling that all of those, I'll get back out of that. Okay. So why did I feel sludgy when I was doing that earlier? Unless that's just the old body. Anyway, I shall get back to you. I'll go back into the app, see what I can find, see if anything else has changed. I gotta tell you folks, I do love learning. So what we've learned so far is power assist gives nothing on this bike. Drive unit, you can't see that, it's too small. However, I've set the maximum assist at 15 kilometers per hour and it does cut off at 15, but it still gives me the 2 kilometer per hour taper down, so you actually get to about 17. So I did try that at 20. That was actually what we'll do. Let's bump that up. Bump it up to 18. So we'll apply that. Okay, that's applied. So my maximum assist speed is now 18, and including the taper down of 2 kilometers per hour. Anything over 20 kilometers per hour and I'm pedaling, so I get more exercise. Yet on the hills I still get 18 to 20 kilometers per hour uphill. That may even improve the range, because I'll be using less power. Now, multi-shift, I've only just played with that, turned it on and discovered it actually works, but I'll set it to 2 gears. And for those not sure, because I only just accidentally found out what was happening. I held the gear lever chain, oh, let's get this correct, Kim. The change lever for the gears, I actually held it in longer than normal, and I found the gears started jumping like crazy. So I've now set that to 2 gears, so I do a single press for 1 gear change going up or down, and now I can do a long press to just jump 2 gears, because I've mentioned before I do tend to go 2 gears at a time. So there we go. Disconnect the bike, which is way over there, by the way. I did wander. And now we'll go for a ride, and I'll let you know what happens. I think we can ride through this one. I can see both edges are shallow, but we'll go to the right. Seems to be a wider area. And I've just jumped up to tour. Okay, I'm going deeper than I'd planned, but not to worry. I'm now I'm walking the bike with my right foot. I'll try and ride the rest. Some of these rocks are a little bit large in the way. Oh, a little bit soft under the tyres there. There, back we go. And I have to admit, I'm still getting used to the 20km maximum assist. I did huff and puff for the first few kilometres because it was quite a dramatic change. Oh, the other thing I should mention is with the new change on my gears, now that I can jump 2 gears at a time, I really have to pay attention to what I'm doing with my pedal pressure, because obviously there's going to be a delay getting to the 2nd gear, so I can't just ease off for that moment and then hit the pedal again. I'm going to have to get used to longer delays on the pedal, which again then influences when you're going to change gear, whether you go for the double or the single. Anyway, we're just plodding along here at 18, which means I still have full power. Go to 4. Pulling a little bit of headwind. So we're hovering around 1920. I think I've settled back into the laid back lower speed. I'm really struggling with any motivation. Nah, novelty's worn off. I'll stop and I'll pop the speed up to maximum again. Although I will keep this in mind if I ever have to lose weight, because you'll get more exercise in a shorter time. I'll get back to you. Okay, quick update. We're back to 25 km/h maximum assist. Mainly because the whole point of this bike is to have some fun in the bush. And the other thing I did is, while I was in there, I did alter the speed with which the rear gears change. I put it on to very fast because I was thinking about what I just said in regard to having to make allowance for it. And then I thought, well, let's try very fast, and I just had a little play with it. It just did 2 gears there, bang bang. So I'm happy with that. That makes my life a lot easier, which is the reason for this new sensor. It just makes it so much easier. Instead of having to do your setups at home on the computer plugged in, you can just stop in the middle of the bush, tweak your setups, and then just keep going. So yeah, I'm happy with this. So let's play. I dare say there's one more problem for some people, and that is if you do tweak things in the bush, you have to turn your GPS off. And to do that, you would then have to delete or end your trip. As I don't keep any of the data on the trips, it's not an issue for me. Let's just go and have a little sticky beat. Last time I came down here, there was a massive wash away. Clearly they've done repairs. This is all new surface. Yeah, that's gone down quite a bit from when we had that flood through, as you can see by all the debris there. And as mentioned before, oh hello, bang, there goes a water lizard, or actually basically a goanna that has no fear of water. Yeah, as I've mentioned before, this is my favourite water hole because years ago I pretty much dead set of the shot you're seeing now. Platypus popped up for a breath and then disappeared, leaving me absolutely gobsmacked having seen it. Oh, okay. I shall catch you. Just to prove I am a strange old thing, I've just had another little experiment. I went into the E-tube and I adjusted. Here we go, this is where we need to be, because here we find the GPS and my thongs. So I left the GPS turned on and then walked it out till I lost the sensors. So I've still got the trip information, I've done the adjustments, and now let's go back up. So we're reading 34 as in 0.34. We'll just walk this. So when I was in the app I did make an adjustment. I changed the gear change interval for the multi-shift to fast from very fast. I just want to see if there's a difference and if I'm happy with it. No, we've got more up here. So that's where I turned the bike around there, and we're reading 40. So what do we go from 34 to 40? So that's not that far. Short walk, get it out of range. You don't have to stuff around with turning it off. Now to test the new, oh, better get into the power assist. So we're on eco and long press. Oh, that's still fast enough for me. You don't have to do it very fast. Yeah, that's a very quick gear change up to. And we'll do down to, bang. Look at that, perfect. So I'll stick with that setting until I get bored. Anyway, I think we've played with this enough. I shall catch you on the next ride.